Yo, tune in, we're here to spit, talking football, we don't quit. From kickoff to the final play, crack and bruise, we're here all day. Three cats with a passion for the game, giving you the scoop, not just the fame. Every episode, new beer to explore, while we break down the score. So lean in, we're your weekly guide to the field where legends reside. With a cold one, we'll ride on this football journey side by side. It's about football, but barely weekly. Cheers, we're clearly gonna talk those game day. Yo, tune in, we're here to spit, talking football, we don't quit. From kickoff to the final play, crack and bruise, we're here all day. Three cats with a passion for the game, giving you the scoop, not just the fame. Every episode, new beer to explore, while we break down the score. So lean in, we're your weekly guide to the field where legends reside. With a cold one, we'll ride on this football journey side by side. It's about football, but barely weekly. Cheers, we're clearly gonna talk those game day hits. With a beer in hand, that's it. From the snap to the end zone dance, we cover it all. Give you that chance to laugh, learn, and sip with class. Discussing tactics, not just the grass. Draft picks, trades, and all the stats. We're here to chat, to break through the facts. Each brew we taste, we'll share our view on plays, players, and what's true. So sit back, enjoy the ride. We'll keep it real, no need to hide. With football talk and beer in sight, we're here to make your night. It's about football, but barely weekly. Cheers, we're clearly gonna talk those game day hits. With a beer in hand, that's it. We'll dissect each quarter's tale with a cold one without fail. So join us, let's have some fun. Football and beer, second to none.
And welcome back to the Beerly Football Podcast. It's about football, but barely. I'm your host, Zachary Smith. Joins me, as always, are my two very good friends. Up in the top right, we have a hillbilly named Carrie. How we doing?
Pretty solid. It's a Monday night. We're close to football. What else do we need?
True. And then right now on the bottom, you know he's a bottom, likes getting pegged. It's Trevor Scott.
Yes, baby. I think, was I on the top last episode? I think I was.
I don't remember.
What?
Your mic's messing
I
up.
might have been.
You've never been on top before, Trevor.
I've been on top of you.
I don't think so.
Your mic sounds
you see
weird.
The smile?
Yeah, your mic sounds terrible, sir. This is a professional podcast. We accept nothing.
We gotta fix that shit. ASAP,
This is football
right?
season.
Yeah. Listen.
Our fans want nothing better.
Listen here, bud. Bucko. Let me turn this down. It's a little bright in my face. Anyway, Carrie, we're talking football tonight. We got an exciting night for you guys. We're going to be talking about Shedeur Sanders, what's going on there in Cleveland, Jackson Dart in New York. You know, how soon are we going to see him on the field, especially with, you know, seemingly Dabo coaching for his job this season. And then we have what our number one storyline going in to the 2025-2026 NFL season is. But before we get into any of that, we got to talk about what beer we're drinking tonight. We're going to go ahead and start with Carrie because Trevor is missing.
It's also the eve of cut day, which we'll probably talk about a couple of cuts later. Tomorrow's cut day, but we do a couple shocking ones, which we'll talk about a bit later. But you know, I have an interesting beer. I've been out to happy hour earlier today. I've been drinking since then for the last 5 hours. A typical Beerly Carry day. So I went to the gas station, pulled out this one. I did not know they make beers this strong. I pulled up a Big Mango Beer Hug. It is a 9.9%, an Imperial IPA straight out of Racetrack, that lovely gas station. And it's not too bad for 9.9.
Okay.
Like, if you tasted this, you would think it's a 6.5. Not too bad, honestly.
That's good. That's better than it being bad.
That is a true statement, Mr. Golf Guy, Zach.
Yeah.
Also, before we start, just want to plug me, Zach, and Billy Phil, the hockey podcast. So we'll be doing a college football preview tomorrow night. If you want to hop in, join us live. We'll be talking college football all night long as we get ready for week 1 this weekend.
Do you like college? Do you like football? Well, come and join us tomorrow night. We're going to be talking about a little bit of both. All right.
And last thing, you look at that schedule for Saturday. It might be the best day.
That might be the best opening day of college football ever.
We got Ohio State, Texas. We got Arch Manning's big debut against Julian Say in Ohio State. We got Clemson and LSU. We got my boys, the FSU, against Alabama.
Y'all are going to get cracked.
No, that's the honest is going to cook. And we also got Sunday night, Zach's boys. Notre Dame, Miami. I kind of like Miami in that one, but we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Catholics versus convicts.
Exactly.
But
who's ranked higher, Notre Dame or Miami?
I think Miami is, but I'm not sure.
It's got.
I could be wrong. I think they're both top 10.
I mean, Notre Dame's starting a freshman quarterback too.
Yeah, and we got a guy with experience in the SEC starting for us. So.
Thanks. Shout out to Carson Beck, man.
Shout out to Carson Beck. Trevor, what are you drinking tonight? It seemed like you got a little. Right? Yeah, it sounds a lot better. Thank you for fixing that for me. Because earlier it sounded like dog shit, and that was going to piss me off the entire night.
I have a beef with Xfinity Wi-Fi because I'm in my place of abode, and I automatically connect to Xfinity Wi-Fi instead of my Wi-Fi that I pay for. So I don't really understand that. Xfinity might need some answers there eventually. But I'm drinking a rather confusing beer for a few reasons. First of all, seems to be Japanese or some sort of Asian country, some sort of Asian writing. A Kirin Ichiban, Kirin Premium Lager. No idea what these words, letters say, mean, symbols. But then down here it says product of the USA. So
no way.
Really know. I gotta
Maybe it's a Japanese company operating inside the US.
The States.
That is true.
There it is. There's a possibility.
Or
it tastes like that it would go really good with Publix sushi. I got this at Publix. I got 2 of these cans for $5.19. It was a good deal.
That's not bad.
Nice.
Dude,
I'm drinking twisted tea.
Zach, I love it.
I'm drinking Tweez. I'm drinking Tweez tonight. Actually, it's a twisted tea light, so it's only 110 calories.
Not bad.
I've never had one of those.
I do want to say
it's light blue,
great.
right?
I want to plug Racetrack on the podcast because you can get 2 of these 9.9% tall boys for $6. That's not bad.
I think they have the same deal on Four Locos. That's 12%.
It's never too hard to get drunk if you really want to get drunk.
That's
it's not
true.
hard. This is America.
If you ever need to get drunk, you'll probably get drunk.
That's pretty fair.
Place of abode. Did Billy Trev get drunk or high before the pod again?
No, I napped, actually. I'm rested, man.
Dude, you know what? I took a nap today, which means I probably won't be able to sleep tonight, but it was great at the time.
Jared play his game so we could play some NCAA after this. But I'm scared.
Jared finished, actually, I'm pretty sure.
Did he win?
He said he lost. Jared is probably
no.
3rd loss of the season. You ain't coming back from that, bud.
But he was like top 12, so he's probably still ranked.
He's ranked 20th in the nation.
That's rough.
If I finish ranked, I'll be happy. Same, buddy. Same.
That's not being second. Michigan, baby.
If I finish ranked, I'll also be happy.
That'd be impressive, not going to lie.
I'm done.
Delaware, first year in the FBS, it's got to happen.
We're 8.
Oh, Gary, you talked about a lot of college games, but you missed one on Thursday.
I watched
this coming Thursday.
What?
Coming Thursday.
Boise State game?
Yeah.
I wanted to go to this game, but Trevor is working, can't get out of it.
Damn.
I'm still down to go if you can get out of it.
I am down. I think I could.
$28 ticket, Zach, to go to see UCF versus Boise State.
No,
and you guys aren't going?
USF.
What's wrong with you?
I want to go. Trevor needs to get work off.
This is like probably the best USF team they've had.
Boise State will smoke USF though.
No, listen. It's probably the best USF football team they've had in like 5 or so years, maybe more. Their first 3 games: Boise State, Florida, Miami. So yeah, they're going to be like the best 0-3 team ever, probably. Shout out to USF though.
And a certain guy we have obviously, as we talked about, we have an NCAA league. And a certain player in our league named Trevor, he switched the schedule. He didn't want to play any of those 3 teams in our league because he was too scared.
I probably could have, though. It's like there's a lot of seniors on USF.
Your mic's messing up again. I don't know what he did.
He is failing tonight, dude.
His mic's messed up again. But here, we're going to go ahead and go into our first segment.
Can I talk my segment first, Zach?
Yeah, sure. What's your segment, Gary?
All right, my segment tonight is fantasy football because, you know what, boys? I had my first fantasy football draft of the year tonight. And I just want to hear you guys. We won't spend too long in it, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts on my team, all right?
Uh-huh.
How many teams?
It is a 12-team league, $100 buy-in.
PPR?
PPR.
And when's the last time you won this league?
Jesus.
I won it back.
This league so bad.
It's rough, Trevor. You might want to reset it. This league's
it was
running
there
for
a little
years.
bit. I've never seen your mic this bad. It's pretty horrible.
It's pretty rough, man.
Hey, jump out and jump back in.
See if it works. So I've been in this league for 10 years at least. I started this back as a freshman at FGCU.
Have you ever finished 6th?
I will not say that word, Zachary Smith. Never say that word. I will say every year in this league, I always finish like 3rd. I've won it 1 year, and every year I'm always in the playoffs, always like out in the 2nd round, and then I'm back.
Yeah.
That's Trevor's back right now. So I'm usually a running back guy. I love running backs, but I just want to hear your guys' thoughts on this team. All right? All right. So quarterbacks, I got Justin Fields as my QB1 and Drake May as my QB2.
Okay.
Nobody like that? Trevor doesn't seem to like that.
I'm okay with it.
All right, running backs is where I'm gonna get some hate, and I don't mind that. I have R.J. Harvey, the rookie from Denver. I have Caleb Johnson, the rookie from Steelers. I have Jaden Blue, the rookie from the Cowboys. Whoa. I have Cam Scatabo, the rookie from Dallas.
Whoa, dude.
From Giants. And I have Jaden Blue, the rookie from Dallas, and Najee Harris from the Chargers. And I'm not gonna lie, that's rough. That's
horrible.
It's not great, boys.
That's pretty awful.
The receivers and tight ends are going to carry this team. So name a better receiving core than this. I got Justin Jefferson, Brian Thomas, and Ladd McConkey as my starting receivers. And this is also 2 flex league, so I can start all 3 of them. And I also have Trey Harris and Jerry Jeudy on my bench. And my tight ends, I got George Kittle and TJ Warren. What do we think?
Who?
Tyler Warren, not TJ Warren.
Oh.
So I love my receiver and tight ends. I got Jefferson, Thomas, McConkey, Kittle, and Warren, and Jerry Jeudy's a great wide receiver for. Running backs, guys, I'm scared.
You just need to get lucky like once or twice.
Like, I feel like one of
Najee,
or Johnson or Scatabo or Blue will hit, right? One of them's got to.
Start Najee.
Maybe.
Good for like 10 points.
For your sake, I hope so. That's kind of crazy, going all those rookies at running back.
I was trying to get James Conner in the 4th round, but he's gone. There's no running backs left. And I was like, you know what? Let's just go with George Kittle in 4.
I think the safest would be Najee and Harvey.
Probably.
Just play them too. That could get you 25 at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of stuck between Johnson and Warren, but I went Johnson. So I feel like Kyler's ceiling. But what's you guys' record prediction for me?
I think you finish right. I think you finish just above 500, make the playoffs, 1st round exit.
What is it, like 11 weeks regular season?
I want to say it's like, is it 14 in fantasy? 13?
No, because the last week there's no, or most leagues there's no fantasy on the last.
Championship week is usually this. Week
2nd to last. Yeah, technically week 17, but yeah.
Dude,
I think you will be over 500, but only by like 1 or 2 games. You're gonna have some bad weeks, man. You're gonna start.
You're gonna have some weeks where like the defenses for your wide receivers just lock them down, and it's gonna be pretty rough for you out there.
All
but
right,
you're also gonna have weeks where you put up a lot of points. So
do you guys like? Do you think Tyler Warren's a good steal as tight end 2 behind Kittle?
Yeah, I do. I really do.
I
What
do,
round did you
yeah.
get him in?
I got him late, like 9 maybe.
Not bad.
That was a good steal. And receiving core, Jefferson, Thomas, McConkey, Jerry Jeudy. I mean, Joe Flacco's going to throw the ball. Jerry Judy's going to be good. I love my receiving core. Running back core is just a mess. But you know what?
Yeah.
We live, we learn on.
There you go.
Yeah.
All righty.
That's what's
now going into Shedeur Sanders in Cleveland. They had their third and final preseason game this past week. We're going to watch him and talk about his performance. So it was a big to-do online about how he played. Was he given the opportunities he should have been given on the field? What are your guys' thoughts?
I didn't watch this game, but I don't know. I'm not like too concerned about the preseason, like one way or the other. Like some like when he had that first game, that was great. Like it was good for like, a day or two. Like I feel like it should have been like a big, but then like after that, like I feel like it really shouldn't matter much. Kind of same thing with this. Obviously, that it's like it shows you more stuff to work on when you have a bad game instead of a good game, obviously. But
I just want to say
what the preseason's for.
Why do you
I don't think he's ready to start like at all, like anywhere close.
Why do you take him out though for Tyler Huntley, who's obviously going to get cut? Is my only question.
Wait, do they have 4 quarterbacks?
They just traded Kenny Pickett tonight to the Raiders.
Where's Watson?
He's out.
Oh.
So Kenny Pickett makes sense. QB2 for the Raiders with AOC out.
Yeah, AOC's gone.
So it'll be. I'm assuming Flacco's been announced QB1. Gabriel, I'm assuming QB2, and Sanders QB3 in Cleveland.
Yeah, that's what it looks like it's going to be.
How long is Watson going to be hurt for?
Whole year, I think.
Oh, I think I do remember hearing that. That's right.
I would like to see Shedeur this season at some point. Just for
I mean it's. Yeah, I mean here's the thing. I thought obviously not his best outing. I don't think that's arguable. I think that there's some truth to the fact that yes, he had not great offensive line blocking in front of him, but there's also truth to the fact that he made some pretty bad decisions, and some things that you look at his college tape and see are evident in this right here. And it's a lot of the same criticisms that I've had and leveled at other quarterbacks, mainly Caleb Williams, about holding on to the ball too long. And I think that that's probably his biggest issue that he's got to overcome as a quarterback is, at some point you just got to take the short stuff, especially, I mean, that 25-yard or 24-yard sack he took.
I saw that.
Yeah. If you watch the play, he has a short option available almost immediately. He has a running back out. I believe it's a running back or a tight end out of the backfield or off the line. Pretty wide open, just a couple yards in front of the line of scrimmage. Now I know a lot of the routes are deep, and I think that's kind of where he got lost. But he backs up from the line to give himself space, but then he ends up backing up so that his left tackle no longer has protection on him, and he's got a free rusher coming off of his blind side. So I think Shedeur Sanders is going to be fine. I don't think he's ready to start yet. I don't think that Dylan Gabriel is ready to start yet. I think that they took
he looked guys better last week too.
He did look better last week. I think he is a little bit. He doesn't have as good of an arm as Sanders does. I don't think he's as athletic as Sanders is. I think he's a little bit better pocket presence and decision making. He's a little quicker with his decision making, but I think that you can only get so far with good decision making and good pocket presence if you don't have an NFL arm. Because I know some people say that, Brock Purdy doesn't really have an NFL. I think Brock Purdy's got a pretty decent arm. I think it's way ahead of Dylan Gabriel. So,
I like Brock Purdy.
But I mean, beyond that, there was a lot of conversation about like this head coach Kevin Stefanski just hates black quarterbacks, which I thought was really funny.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny because Dylan Gabriel is not a white quarterback.
I mean, he's Hawaiian. Does that count?
I don't think he counts as white.
I think best case scenario for Shedeur, like the earliest we should see him is like week 10 if they're like 3-7 or like.
Dude, your mic is awful, man. I was gonna ask both of you this.
Mm-hmm.
So the last quarterback situation in the NFL right now that has not named a starter is New Orleans Saints. So they're still waiting on Tyler Show, however you pronounce it, and Spencer Rattler. I think it should be Show because like Rattler, you've seen him yet. Shout at least has a little bit of a higher ceiling to be tank for next year. But it's like, do you think if Shedeur Sanders was in New Orleans, do you think he could have won that starting job? I honestly think he could have.
I'm not sure because here's the problem. I think, believe it or not, I think that outside of I just don't see a lot of talent in the Saints. I don't see better protection on that Saints O-line than I see at the Cleveland O-line. So I actually don't know. I think it actually, in my opinion, it'd be worse for him to start this year than if he were to start this year. So I think for his career, I think he needs to develop a little bit. I think Joe Flacco's a good mentor if Shedeur decides to use him as that. To learn about pocket presence and stuff. Because Joe Flacco, obviously, not as nearly as mobile or doesn't have the escapability that Shedeur Sanders has. But because he doesn't have that, he's got to know how to work the pocket and step forward and, make the throws that he needs to make quickly.
That's
right. I think there's a possibility Sanders could have won that battle. Because I think the Saints, if they were smart, they'd probably go with Rattler.
I don't think there's no reason to start Rattler though. It's like you spent.
The reason is
you sent a second round pick on Chow, and like he's at least had a couple of good plays.
Carrie is going to pronounce this guy's name 32
I will
different
all
ways
season long. But the thing is, like, you spent a second round pick on him. They have a terrible. Yeah. They're probably a bottom 5 team in the NFL. I think we'd all agree, right? Mm-hmm. So if he spent a second round pick on him, why not just let him start? If there's any chance him being a starting QB, let him do it this year. If not, you suck. You draft a QB next year. Rattler, I think anyone would agree he's not a franchise quarterback.
He's a long-term project.
Rattler might be better than Shao, whatever it is. He's not that much better.
I actually my problem with the Saints is you can take a decent quarterback and make them bad by putting them on a bad team because they'll learn bad habits and they'll get antsy and stuff. And I mean, you've seen this with guys that, didn't come back until basically their 30s, like Geno Smith, or guys like Sam Darnold, who get drafted into a bad situation, look horrible, spend almost their entire career as a backup. They finally get a shot somewhere that has a decent team around them and they play well. So I think there is this kind of like, there's this thing where NFL teams move on from quarterbacks really, really quickly if it doesn't pan out immediately. If they don't start playing like Aaron Rodgers in his prime, then it's like, oh, well, he's clearly a bust.
So Rattler, the guy that's like a 5th round pick and is not even look good.
No, I'm talking about Tyler Show. My whole point is starting Show this year.
He's 26. He has to prove it sometime or not.
Yeah. Is he?
Yeah,
he's 26.
He's old. I know he's old.
Like, I mean, I think we all know this team either wants Arch Manning or wants Nussmeier because his dad's the OC. Lagway's 2027. They're drafting quarterback next year. If shit.
I thought Manning was staying.
Yeah, Manning's staying.
Supposedly. If not, they're going to get Nussmeier. I know why Trevor hates Nussmeier.
Nuss sucks.
Nussmeier is not a bad quarterback. I don't know why you hate him so much.
Drew Aller also is there, but he's terrible as well.
You'll see soon. About
Drew Aller's not that bad. Dude.
Drew Aller's horrible.
Well, Sellers is the quarterback to get, man.
Fuck no. That's a wide receiver, bro.
That was a racist comment. I don't accept racist slander on this podcast.
No, it's not.
I like Lenore Stellars.
He is good, man. I'm excited for South Carolina.
There's a couple other guys that I'm excited about to watch.
John Mater, the better guy, John Mater, I like.
But so that's does anyone have any more comments on Sanders in Cleveland? Anything about how you?
I'd like to see him this year. That's my. I think we all know they're not going anywhere with Flacco.
I mean, they could make the playoffs with Flacco.
You think?
They've done it before.
I mean, the defense. I think we'd all say the defense isn't bad.
No,
have they signed Judkins yet?
The O line is old though.
I'm not sure if they've signed Judkins yet.
They did. He's back.
Did they?
And they also signed Isaiah Bond, who also an assault charge, because the Browns love guys with great criminal records.
Yeah, flawless criminal record reports from the Browns roster sheet.
I mean, they're not an awful roster on paper. They have a good defense. Their O-line is old, but it's still talented. They have a couple decent weapons. It's not a terrible team.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was kind of surprised that Shedeur didn't end up in Las Vegas, but I don't know what their plan is.
I just thought of a topic we haven't talked about. It's on our list. I really want to hear both of you guys' actual opinions on this, because I know one of you is a really big supporter of this guy, and one of you is a known hater of this guy. And I used to be a supporter, but I'm not really anything on him now. So this was announced, I think, last week, so we haven't talked about it since. Daniel Jones named QB1 in Colts. I want to hear Trevor's take. Let's go, boys.
You know how I feel about this. I've said it.
You're still hyped on it, bud?
This is going to be like maybe not to the same extent, but the Sam Darnold jump.
My God, no shot, dude. Shut up.
I've heard they like him as a leader, though. Is the only thing I've heard good wise.
A leader?
They said he's a good leader in the clubhouse.
Sam Darnold's like, hey, you guys want to do the Carlton?
I don't support Daniel.
It's like,
okay,
you motivate me to make a sandwich, dude.
The only thing I'll say, Daniel Jones. I don't love him, but this is the best team he's had. I think we'd all agree.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't do it this year, there's no reason. But all right, Zach, let's hear it first. What do you think he's got any shot of turning around or no?
Turning around what? I mean, this Colts team's talented enough to win 8-9 games, but I think that the quarterback position is so bad there. I think you gotta pick between the.
Do you think he'd be better than Minshew was there? I mean, Minshew almost made the playoffs with him.
No, he's not going to be better than Minshew was.
Yes. He's a better quarterback than Minshew.
No, he is not.
Minshew's a
I
QB
disagree on that.
So is Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is like the epitome of a QB2.
Minshew is like a career backup. He's like a Luke McCown kind of guy.
I think that's where Daniel Jones ends.
He's like the third
I think after
brother.
this year, the Daniel Jones experiment is over.
I could see that. I could also.
I don't think anyone's taking a shot on Daniel Jones in 2026.
No, Steelers. Maybe?
I agree. I agree with Zach on that. I would.
Steelers maybe.
So, do you think they should have started Richardson, Zach?
Honestly, I do. Not because I think Richardson is great, because I don't. I think that he has got a much higher ceiling than Daniel Jones. My thing, like I said earlier, NFL franchises
22?
Yes, tend to give up on quarterbacks too early. And if you're going with Daniel Jones over Anthony Richardson, that is saying I don't believe in Anthony Richardson. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
because this would be Anthony Richardson's second year in the offense, right?
Third, I guess, but kind of.
But you're giving up on the guy you drafted 4th or 5th overall. No, it was 3rd overall, wasn't it?
I think it was.
He was 7th, 8th.
Oh, I thought it was earlier than that.
I thought it was 5 or 6. I don't know.
Because I know Atlanta. I felt like Atlanta took Penix at 8 or something like that.
No, because he was the last. He was the one before Levis, right?
Oh yeah,
Levis
different
was
years.
drafted in the 2nd round, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or 3rd round.
I'm
thinking every year because That's 2 different years. The Levis draft and the Penix draft. Isn't it? Or am I crazy?
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
No, it's the same
Penix
year.
was
Levis and Richardson went the same year.
No, I'm saying Penix and Levis and Richardson were in different classes.
Yeah, it was Levis, Richardson, and Penis the next
And then
year.
that crazy draft where like 6 quarterbacks got taken in the first 10 picks or something like that.
Mhm.
All right.
I'm not sure what to make.
I want to make a quick interruption.
Okay.
We are 30 minutes in. Who wants to get buzzed right now?
Why? What are you gonna do?
Monday night. You ready?
Sure. What are we doing?
All right. I'm going to quiz you on the kicker for each team. And if you don't get it right, you take a 5-second poll. You ready?
Yeah.
Wait, every single team?
Nope, it's just a couple of them. Just a couple.
Okay.
All right, Trevor. Who is the starting kicker for the Carolina Panthers?
Eddie Pinero.
That is not correct. It is Ryan Fitzgerald from FSU. Take a 5-second poll right now.
Where's Eddie Pinero?
I don't even think he's on a team right now, actually.
He's the most accurate kicker in NFL history.
I don't think so.
All
right, Zach. Zach, who is the starting kicker for the New Orleans Saints?
Good luck with that.
Jeez, it's not Will Lutz because he left.
That is years ago, son.
Well, didn't he leave New Orleans to follow Sean Payton out to Denver like 2 years ago?
I think that might be correct.
Yeah, so it's not him.
We're asking about 2025.
Let me go. Random kickers. I don't think he's on a team right now. I'm gonna go Rodrigo Blankenship.
Nope, that is wrong. Zach, take a 5-second poll. All right, anybody want to quiz me on a team?
Yeah, Kerry. Who's the Bucks kicker?
Seth McLaughlin. Nope, that is a center for the Bengals.
Yeah, not even close.
Who is it?
I don't know. It's not my turn.
That was the Bucks fan. All right, let's just do like 2 or 3 rounds.
Hold on. I'm gonna actually look up the Bucks kicker here.
The Bucks kicker is Chase McLaughlin. I got McLaughlin.
Yeah.
Let's get the wrong first name.
He's good.
It is Chase McLaughlin. Yeah.
All right, who is the kicker for the Indianapolis Colts? Zach.
Oh, I thought we were going in a circle.
Nope. We're getting us all fucked up.
Draft?
Zach?
It's not Rodrigo Blankenship.
It is not. You're correct. He's a white boy.
He's a white boy. Let me go. I'm trying to think of kickers. I feel like the Colts would have a young guy.
He's a younger guy. I'll give you that. He's got his name starts with an S. I'll give you that. Last help.
His first name or last name?
Oh, I know who it is.
Both of them start with an S, Zach.
I actually don't.
5, 4.
Sam Stevens.
Nope. Spencer Schrader. Take a poll.
Never heard of her.
All right, Trevor.
Strider?
Yeah, Trevor got it right. All right, Trevor. You're a fan of this team, Carolina Panthers. Sorry, Chicago Bulls.
You just asked them.
I am
the Chicago Bulls.
Chicago Bears. Who's their kicker?
Cairo Santos.
All right, Trevor. Good job. Trevor, you got one for me?
That was an easy one.
You have to drink, Kerry, since I got it.
No, you have to ask me one. You can ask me the hardest one in the game.
The Ravens.
Tyler Loop.
Good job. The rookie.
All right, Zach. I'll give you an easy one, Zach. We'll do a couple of rounds and we'll be done.
Okay.
All right. Who is the Jacksonville Jaguars kicker, Zach?
Cam Little, 70 yards, baby.
He's a beast, not going to lie.
Cam Little, my hero. All right, Kerry, I want to ask you one, okay?
Let's do it.
I'm going to ask you one. We're going to go with the New York Jets.
I just saw it when I was scrolling, but it's a veteran.
Yep.
I can't remember it. Oh, God.
He's old.
Man.
Old.
Mason Crosby.
No.
Nope.
What, Mason Crosby?
Is he still alive?
There's no way you said that.
What's it, Zach?
It's not an old dude. It was Greg Zwerline, but now it is Harrison Mevis.
It is Nick Folk, Zach.
What? That's not what.
That's what CBS Depth Chart says right now.
Let me see.
I thought it was Legatron, not gonna lie.
Nick Folk is their place kicker. My bad.
All right, let's do Trevor, and then we'll do one more for each. Trevor, let's do an easy one for you. He's been there a couple of years. Seattle Seahawks. He's been there a few years. Okay.
Seahawks games, man.
Jason Myers. He's been there at least 2 or 3 years.
I probably could have got that if you gave me like 15 minutes to think.
Well, this is America. We don't give 15 minutes. Drink up, son.
Never. We never give 15 minutes.
All right, Zach. You want easy, hard, or medium?
Preferably easy.
I can't give you that, but I'll give you medium or hard.
Medium.
All right, medium. All right, this guy's been here a few years. He's the New York Giants kicker.
Fuck.
He's been there a couple of years, so
I only know like 5 or 6 kickers.
I know, but like I'm gonna say, if he's been there a few years, he's at least recognizable. All right. I'll give you a hint, Zach. He starts with a G.
Graham Gano.
Yeah.
Let's go, bud. Give it out to me or Trevor.
I didn't get to give one out.
I don't care. This is America. Who do you want?
No, I just want to give someone another kicker.
All right, you pick one for one of us.
Okay, give me a second. We're gonna go with Carey, and I want you to tell me who the kicker in Minnesota is.
Oh, damn, it's a white boy. Well, I feel like I would know it when you say it, but I don't know it tonight, so I'll finish my drink. It's like Coy Farish or some shit, right?
No, it's Will Reichard.
That sounds like a Nazi right there, so I'm good.
All right, Trevor, I got one for you. Ready?
Are you ready? Don't give me Houston, because I don't think I got Houston.
Tommy Fairbairn.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Fairbairn's easy. All right, go ahead.
We're going to go... We're going to go to your favorite team, Trevor, the Miami Dolphins.
Jason Sanders?
That's correct.
Well, technically, he got hurt and he's out for like the first 5 weeks.
He's listed as questionable right now, but
he's got named. He's out for like 5 weeks.
All
right. Who's your guys' kicker one heading into the season? No points regardless.
Tyler Loop. It's always
Cam Little.
Brandon Aubrey.
I was gonna say it's probably gonna be Brandon Aubrey. Yeah,
probably. Cam Little's a good though, dude.
Jake Bates
on the podcast. All right, Zach. What was your second thing you want to talk about?
Second thing I wanted to talk about. We got to talk about Jackson Dart and Brian Daboll. It's an interesting situation. I think so. Anyway. So with Jackson Dart, obviously in New York, they've been waiting for a quarterback for a number of years. Daniel Jones obviously was not the guy. He's looked pretty good this preseason as opposed to their current starter, Russell Wilson, who's looked like actual dog water. And the question I pose to you, gentlemen, with Brian Daboll coaching for his job and the Giants having a relatively tough schedule, how quickly does Jackson Dart get in the game as a Giant?
I want to say this before Trevor goes. I've been a known Jackson Dart supporter since college. I really liked him at Ole Miss. I did not think Jackson Dart was worthy of a first-round pick, but I do like the guy. I think he'll be a good NFL quarterback. But I think best case scenario, we don't see him till year 2. This Giants O-line is a mess. They have a couple of good weapons, obviously Malik Neighbors, a couple of the guys, but I think if he's going to be a good quarterback, I really think year 2 is when we see him and when he do well. I really don't want to see him year 1. Maybe like week 15, week 17 later on. But, I mean, you could not have asked for a better start to the preseason that Jackson Dart did. He looked incredible through his 3 games. I don't think you'd ask anything more. I like Jackson Dart, but there's no need to see him. They have a tough schedule. Let Russ cook for whatever he'll do out there.
Russ and Jameis, honestly, like one of them, either week.
I'm honestly, last thing I'll say, I'm amazed they haven't tried to trade Jameis. There's a lot of bad
QB2 Saints. Go back to the Saints.
Yeah, the Saints, but there's a lot of bad QB2 situations in the NFL. Even the Raiders, they wanted one after Geno Smith. After Geno Smith, AOC got hurt. They went for Kenny Pickett. There's a lot of chances for Winston out there, but I'm surprised. Tommy DeVito's not a bad QB3 in the NFL. I'm surprised he didn't move on from Winston. So, but yeah, you could not have asked. My last thing, you could have not asked for anything more from Jackson Dart. I think.
I'll tell you what. I think honestly, I was not a big Jackson Dart supporter in college, so take this with a grain of salt.
He looked good, dude. He looked good.
He does look good. I think he looks like a better version of. I think he's what Broncos fans think Bo Nix is.
Wow.
I think he's a better version of Bo Nix.
Wow.
Interesting.
This is probably honestly an easier offense to run than the shit that Lane Kiffin draws up when he's high.
Austin Simmons slander of the podcast, dude.
The shit that Lane Kiffin draws up when he's high. Yeah, fair. And Dable's a QB guy.
Exactly,
Listen, if it wasn't this situation that it is, and that is Dable is probably on the hottest seat or one of the hottest seats in the NFL right now.
I think he's attached to Dart.
I
Dart
feel
doesn't play this year. Dable will get next year too.
I feel like neither of you guys were Dart fans. Are you happy with him as a late round first pick after seeing what he did in the preseason? Or are you
Was
still
he late first round or early second?
He went I think 27.
They traded up for him.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
But he went 27. Are you guys happy with him at 27? Or you think he's still not?
I mean,
I don't know.
Here's the thing.
I like Dart, and I think he should go on second round.
I think New York. I clearly Dable saw something in Jackson Dart that made him want to go up and get him. I think Dable is a pretty decent evaluator of quarterbacks.
The man that stuck with Daniel Jones for 3 years.
I felt like he had to in that situation.
I mean, I guess that's fair.
I mean, they made the playoffs with him. If you say,
And
"Oh no, we're not," no, we're going to get rid of the quarterback that we just made the playoffs with. I feel like he would have been strung up in New York City. But
and then they paid him $260 million.
Yeah, but that's more on the
much.
GM than it is the head coach.
Thanks.
They
have to play him.
I know. I watched the. Did you guys watch the Hard Knocks with the Giants? It was that year, I think.
No.
I did not.
Where they were trying to decide whether they were going to extend Saquon, and then they extended Daniel Jones. Brian Dable looked so depressed. He was like, "Okay."
Yeah, that's insane, dude.
He's just like, "Okay, well, I guess we're rocking Daniel Jones with no Saquon. That's sick." But I mean, my whole thing is, I think Jackson Dart. I think you guys are right. Best case scenario, you see him year 2, and he gets a year to kind of learn the offense, grow in the NFL, kind of understand the speed of the game because it is different from college to the NFL. But I think if they start 0-3, 0-4, which they got a tough schedule.
They have an insane schedule.
They have a very tough schedule, so it's not hard to see them starting that bad. In a division with the Eagles and the Cowboys, I think you could see him sooner rather than later. Because I think, yeah.
I want to play rapid fire with you right now.
Rapid fire.
You ready?
Carry on a scale of 1 to 10. How drunk are you?
Not that bad. Dude, it's kind of sad how much I can handle alcohol these days. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to give you a potential first-round pick next year, I want to say if you would take, as a GM of an NFL football team, would you take them in the first round next year? Like, after we've seen Jackson Dart, Cam Ward, all these guys go first-round pick, would you take them first round, all right?
Okay.
Fernando Mendoza, Indiana.
I don't think I've ever seen him throw a ball.
All right, so no.
Basketball school. I'd take him in the first round of the NBA draft.
We don't want to hear your takes, Trevor. You're just going to say DJ Lagway first round.
Did he transfer in from somewhere?
Yeah, he's from UCLA.
UCLA. I watched a little bit of UCLA,
but a lot of people have said him first round because he's like 6'5" as a big arm.
Yeah,
it's kind of TBT with him.
Yeah, you got to kind of see this.
All right, Garrett Nussmeier, first round pick, yes or no?
Probably not. I have seen him play. Unless, I mean, again, it all depends on this year. Like, what does he look like this year? Because Joe Burrow was not a first round pick going into his senior season.
I just want your early thoughts, Zach. Early
thoughts, no. Early thoughts, Garrett Nussmeier is
Drew Aller, first round pick.
Yeah. I think he will. I think it's going to be an Anthony Richards situation. He's got the size. He's got the arm. He's a good quarterback. And it's not – I think some dumb NFL GM is going to be convinced that he could be a first-round draft pick and change a team.
Arch Manning, if he does go in 26.
If he does go, I'd be shocked if he wasn't a first-round pick.
All right.
If nothing else than just selling jerseys that say Manning on them.
Lenore Sellers, first-round pick.
Lenore Sellers, a lot of it depends on his senior year. He did have an insane end to his season last year. Played incredible. But a lot of it's going to depend on what he looks like this year.
All right.
So right now, I'd probably say late first, early second.
Carson Beck.
A lot of it rides on this season. I felt like if you would have asked this question a year ago, before last year with Georgia, I felt like it would be he's going to be a first round pick because he had an insane year 2 years ago. Last year he struggled, but he's also in an offense with the most drops in college football at Georgia. So a lot of it's going to depend on how it looks this year. I feel like if he gels well with the receivers that he has in Miami and he puts up good numbers, I see no reason why he couldn't be. I think he's got a pretty good arm. When things were rolling in Georgia, he seemed like he processed it really well. So it's just going to depend on what it looks like in Miami.
All right, last two. This one's a big question mark because obviously he's not played in the SEC. John Mader from transfer to Oklahoma from Washington State. He's projected as maybe first round pick potentially. Question mark though.
I'm trying to remember him. Right?
Yeah, he would ball out of Washington State, but obviously he hasn't been in SEC yet. A big year for him at Oklahoma if he wants to be a first-round pick.
Yeah,
so TBT is fine at that one.
Right now, unless he has an insane year at Oklahoma, I think he's a fourth-round pick that could end up being something. You know what I mean? Like some team takes a chance on him in the fourth round and say, like, hey, we kind of don't have a QB2 right now.
Agree. We
don't have a QB2 right now. If he hits, great. If not, oh well. But right now, I don't know. Not even.
All right, last one. Here's another guy that hasn't had. He had one great season. He looked great in the playoffs, but he's still young. I think he's a sophomore right now. We got Sam Leavitt from Arizona State. Would you take the first round yet or not yet?
Not yet. I feel like he's on a similar situation with Madeir. I think he's fine. But I don't think he's anywhere near as good as half of the other quarterbacks you named.
And all right, last question. Obviously, this is way too early. We haven't seen a single snap besides the Arlington game this past weekend. Are you more high on last year's QB class with Cam Ward, Jackson Dart, Jalen Milroe, or are you more high on this year's class?
Last year's QB class was an interesting one because there was. Unlike most years where you get like 3 or 4 guys that are like, oh yeah, they could be something. This year, like they could be something, but there was really like one guy and then everybody else. And I feel like you could rank those people in a number of different orders. But So I think in general I would rank this class higher. Again, it depends on who ends up coming out because there's a chance that Arch Manning doesn't come out. If Arch Manning comes out, I think there's more around it that would make him a number 1 overall pick than just his play. I mean, having a team being able to put a Manning jersey out there is
that's true.
I mean, that's printing money basically.
Obviously, me and Zach, we'll talk about this tomorrow night. Quick, who would you take? Ohio State, Texas, week 1. Well, me and Phil and you will talk this a lot tomorrow night. Who would you take? Ohio State is favored.
Ohio State is favored.
I didn't even think of that, actually.
That's like the first thing.
I think it's in the shoe, but I could be wrong.
It is Julian Saint's first collegiate start. It is at Ohio State. At Ohio State.
In the shoe.
OSU favored. Should be an incredible game.
Should be a great game. I'm excited to watch it. I probably lean Ohio State, and I'll tell you why. For whatever reason, no. That's a good reason, but that's not the reason. For whatever reason, Texas falls in big moments. They don't win big games. It's like I say about Penn State all the time. They will never win big games. They're going to show up to a rival favored at home and lose that game because that's what Penn State does. And right now, unless Texas changes its perception, that's what they do.
That's fair. All right.
People point to the Michigan game last year like Michigan wasn't a terrible team.
Michigan was dog shit last year, dude.
They got credit for that win all season long, and it's like Michigan was terrible.
100%.
Michigan was awful. They had one good win all year against an Ohio State team that, for whatever reason, can't beat Michigan. There's no reason they should lose to Michigan, but they can't beat Michigan.
All right. I got two. I don't know how much left we got left in this podcast. Don't ask me, dude. I am.
You didn't also in your quarterbacks for next year's draft. You didn't mention Cade Klubnik.
I forgot about him. First round.
I don't think first round. I like him. I don't think first round. He reminds me of that Boise State quarterback.
He looked good in Texas, but it's still early.
Yeah.
All right. I got 2 questions for both of you, and I don't know what else we got left, but I do want to hear about Trevor's top 20 list before this episode is over. All right. First, Trevor, I want to hear you're a Bucs fan. Kyle Trask released today. Are you fine with Teddy Bridgewater rolling in as QB2 for the Bucs this season?
It's an upgrade.
Is it? I mean, Teddy's old.
Like, for where the Bucs are at, like if
Teddy Bridgewater was coaching high school football like 6 months ago.
I know.
I just like if Baker gets hurt, like you need somebody that like is like fearless, like to run the Bucs off. Like you need somebody that's just going to be.
I would not. Fearless is not a word I would use to describe Teddy Bridgewater.
Well, I mean, the fact
I would describe Teddy Bridgewater as conservative.
Who would you rather trust to throw 40 times a game, though? Trask
I wouldn't trust either of them to throw the ball 40 times a game.
That's fair.
Well,
I don't think I would trust Baker to throw it 40 times a game.
You're losing.
40 a game? I think Baker averaged like 27, maybe 30.
I'm saying if you need a game, you need a quarterback you need to put up a lot of points, like whether it's late in the season, you need somebody to throw the ball 40 times. I don't want it to be Kyle Trask, respectfully. I think Kyle Trask has a good arm, though.
I mean, Baker is not getting hurt a lot, which is good.
Not that I don't want it to be Trask. It's just like I have no idea. Like it could genuinely be a train wreck.
How would you feel if you could get Jameis out of New York as your QB2? Would you want him back in the Bucs?
I like that. Not gonna lie, I would take Jameis over Josh Dobbs any day of the week.
Yeah, I would too. I think one of them, either Kyle Trask or Jameis, should go. No, I think Jameis is going to stay. I think
it's kind of weird on it. Like Tommy DeVito is good enough to be QB3 in the NFL. Like I would get rid of him.
I think Tommy DeVito is good enough to be a QB2 in the NFL.
I
would trust him over Teddy Bridgewater.
You can get a decent round pick for like Jameis Winston. Like I don't get why they wouldn't.
I feel like you get like a 5th or 6th.
But still, a 5th round, it's not a bad thing.
Here's my thought process. If you guys are right and they're thinking long term for Jackson Dart and they don't want to put him in this year, then if Russ starts out stinking it up like he's probably going to, you got to have someone to go to. And
I think
Jameis is
Jameis
probably
is
the
honestly
guy.
just there to mentor Dart, and I think he's going to be a really good mentor for him. They look like they're good, like you saw on the sideline, the eating the W thing. Like
that was cute. That was super cute.
That was really cute. Yeah,
it looks really like cool. Yeah. So I wouldn't even trade him, just like to have him as a mentor, like unless you could get a 5th or better or something like that. But
if you guys are right, that would be my assessment, is that they are expecting Russ to go stinky.
Yeah, I don't think anybody expects he's going to last the whole season.
No. I don't even think Russ expects to go the whole season.
No, he's just vibing out there, man. All right, Zach.
God.
Trey Hendrickson resigned today. Do you think where do you see this Bengals team at for the season?
Them getting Trey Hendrickson back is a big plus. I was starting to get worried for the Bengals because that defense without him is arguably one of the worst in football. And I'm talking about even high school football teams.
They're one of the worst in football with him. Like,
yeah, that's true.
But I mean, like, no, I'm saying one of the worst in football, and I'm talking high school teams. Like, I think Tenor Rock High School might have a better defense than the Bengals without Trey Hendrickson. So, I was just thinking of the worst high school football team I could think of.
They're up there. They're definitely up there.
But so him getting re-signed is a big deal. I was starting to think it wasn't going to happen. But they ended up getting it done, kind of like the Terry McLaurin thing. They both broke today. Terry McLaurin.
They needed that, man.
They really did need McLaurin back. I don't know about that much money, but
it's worth it for him at this point.
Yeah, got a young QB.
Yeah. All right,
who
Trevor
seems to gel with the guy. So,
Trevor, you're not a college football guy lately. You only watch UF. But I
watched top 25.
No,
and
I know you did pay attention to this game this past Saturday. What were your thoughts on that? Kansas State, Iowa State. Also, I just learned yesterday that Avery Johnson is half black. I just figured that out. That man looked like the whitest guy I've ever seen in my life. Did not know the guy was black. That makes sense why he could run so fast. But
it was a really good game to have money on, honestly. Even though I ended up losing my bet, it was a really good game to have money on. It was a really.
What was the bet? Was it
It was just Kansas State money line, but I waited because they were playing so good. It was raining a ton. There was so many drops and fumbles that game, and I waited until they went down 0-7 because their punt returner muffed a ball, and then I got him at plus 120 or 140 or something. So I took them there. Because they were favored anyways. Yeah. And they I felt like they were the better team the whole game, except maybe the beginning of the fourth quarter. That's when and it was just such a bad game to bet on. It was such bad weather, raining.
Yeah.
There was so many punts, fumbles, a million drop passes that would go right through guys' hands, off their chest.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ireland. Shout out to
Ireland.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a good game.
Trevor, who do you think will win the Big 12? I know you're not should I even ask?
No. Oregon State?
It was a close game between those two, dude.
Not Oregon State. No,
Friday night is a banger game, man.
You think the Cowboys are going to run the town in the Big 12?
Colorado State, Georgia Tech is going to be a good game. On Friday night, I'm hyped for that one.
Colorado State, Georgia Tech.
You're hyped for that?
I am hyped for that game. I'm excited.
Carrie started watching college football
2 years ago.
4 days ago, and he's like, "Yes,
exactly, Zach."
Wait, is that a night game?
It's Friday night, dude. Caden Salter debut at Colorado. Also, Auburn Baylor is going to be a great game. I'm excited.
What time is the game? Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech's 8 p.m. Colorado, Georgia Tech.
That's the kind of game that would I'd probably fall asleep at halftime. Respectfully,
exactly. That's why you're not on the college football podcast.
It would be 10-6 at half.
No, watch Caden Salter, man. That guy's gonna ball. All right, Zach. Zach, I got one last question for you, and then I got nothing else for the rest of the night. Big signing of the day today, Amari Cooper back to the Raiders. Does that influence you at all in the Raiders, or do you think it's not really a big deal?
Jacoby Myers requested a trade from the Raiders.
He did.
Yes, he did.
That's even worse than them. They're in the red after both of those.
I agree.
But if they do have Myers and Cooper, do you like that receiving core? Or
I think that receiving core is pretty good. I think that Amari Cooper, I don't think he's a wide receiver 1 anymore. He's definitely lost half a step at least.
And the one is Brock Bowers, bro. Whether he has his hand in the ground or not,
But I mean with Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers and Amari Cooper, I feel like you got a pretty decent set of weapons there. Especially if they can get a run game going. And Geno Smith there, who is a pretty decent quarterback. Like that's an okay offense if you can protect Geno, obviously. But I don't know. They're in a tough division, and
I could see them being like almost good, like decent, and still 4th place in the West. Yeah.
I can see that. Like, it's tough with them because it's like they almost have all the pieces. The problem is they don't. Like even Brock Bowers, like he is the one on that team, but like that's not like a quote unquote like true one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't have a game breaker. So I mean they're in a kind of a weird spot where they could be a pretty dang good team and finish like 6-11.
Thanks.
Or they could be 11-6. You know. It just kind of depends. They need to smooth things over with Jacoby Myers because I think if they lose him, I know he requested a trade. If they lose him, I think that team's a lot worse for it.
That's fair.
Yeah, especially with Geno because Geno throws a lot of yards. So like,
and Geno likes to spread the wealth. Like he's not a guy that like goes after one receiver. Like Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf and random tight end number 3, all 8 in that Geno offense in Seattle.
Michael Mayer, man.
I forgot they have him. He was supposed to be. Isn't he baby Gronk?
He's kind of a waste of a pick.
Isn't he baby Gronk?
Kind of. I'm surprised
they called him in college.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't trade him, honestly.
Wait,
it's kind of weird they haven't traded him. I think he's actually pretty decent tight end. I mean, he's clearly a better blocker than he is a receiving threat, but
with 2 tight ends set, those are 12s. So a lot of teams do it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because I don't think he's a bad route runner either. I just don't think he's as fast. I don't think he's got separation speed.
It's hard when you have like a top 3 tight end in the NFL in front of you.
Yeah.
He's good. He's just not as good as people said he was going to be.
Well, like even if you're like top 20, when you have Bowers in front of you, you can't do.
They wouldn't have drafted Bowers if he was as good as he was supposed to be.
That's true.
It's still Bowers, though, dude.
Yeah, Bowers is.
Well, they drafted him. Didn't they still have Waller on the team when they drafted Mayer, and then the next year they drafted Bowers?
Waller's in the years.
I don't know.
Sure.
I don't remember that Michael Mayer draft. Anyway, I think that's all we have for tonight's episode, unless there's anything else you guys want to add.
I think so. I think that's about it.
Alrighty. Well, we want to thank everyone for tuning in and watching, or if you're listening to this later, thank you for watching, listening, enjoying the show. Again, me and Carrie will be on tomorrow night to talk about college football.
I think we
got our Razor from Beerly Hockey. It's going to be
our last preseason show next week before the season starts, boys. I'm hyped.
Yeah, it's going to be a good.
And, sorry, Trevor. We're starting. I think we're starting at 9 tomorrow night. So our usual time.
9:00 tomorrow. But it should be fun. I love talking ball, and I haven't talked ball with Phil yet about college football. He's been on this show a couple times.
He's a big Ohio State fan.
He is a big Ohio State fan, but that's where we have some problems. But that's okay.
Tell him I said I'm taking Texas. Tell him I said that tomorrow.
Ohio State's actually favored in that game too.
They are.
Texas plus 150.
It's got to be pretty close.
I think it is. I think Ohio State is favored like 1.5 or 2.5.
It's really close. I know. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we will see you guys next week.